Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing good and I hope Ramadan is treating you all well, those of you who observe Ramadan. In this week's video, we are going to be talking about The Three Daughters of Eve by Elif Shafak. This book was published in 2016 and I actually read this book in February, but I was too lazy to review this, so I am doing it now. This novel is a contemporary fiction and the story is basically based on three girls named Shireen, Mona and Pari. Pari is our protagonist. Before diving into the review, I'm just going to give you a short summary of the book. The story is basically about this wealthy, middle-aged woman who is a housewife, and it's also the depiction of her childhood in Istanbul and also her time at Oxford University. That's a really brief introduction of the novel, but that's how much I could tell you. Otherwise, I will be spoiling the whole novel for you. If you want me to, I can do that as well. Now, this novel is my third book from Elif Shafak, and the first one that I read was called The 40 Rules of Love. I definitely recommend it to you guys. Go ahead, read it. One of the best novels that I have ever read. The second was called 10 Minutes and 38 Seconds in This Strange World. And I did a review of it. Link it right here and also in the description if you want to check it out. But I wasn't a fan of the book. And this was my third book. And I have noticed something. Well, since the past two books that I have read, I have noticed the fact that Elif Shafak always portrays Turkey as this really dark country. She always shows the dark sides of Turkey, and I don't really understand why. Obviously, there are goods and bads in everything. In every country, there are goods and bads. But especially in this novel, it feels as if there is only darkness in Turkey. There isn't anything good about it. I couldn't find anything positive about Turkey in it. And the same goes to 10 Minutes and 38 Seconds. The same happened there as well. It was all dark, all negative, and nothing was positive. Now, talking about this story and how it pans out, this novel is divided into 4 parts. I absolutely loved the first 2 parts. The beginning was so refreshing to read, and I really enjoyed it because it was a breath of fresh air. But as I read further and further, my opinion of it changed, and now I have a completely different opinion about it. There is a lot of back and forth going on. There are a lot of flashbacks, and I have to admit that even though there are a lot of flashbacks, they are so well written. I have read novels where there are a ton of flashbacks and the author wasn't able to do justice. But Elif Shafak is an incredible writer and she has got a way with words. She wrote these flashbacks with such nice consistency, so smoothly that literally there are no jumps. There isn't a feeling of confusion and you read them as if you are watching it happening, if I make any sense. The whole novel is written really, really well. The language, the way story pans out and everything like that, it's incredible. But the ending, let's talk about the ending. It's so rushed. I don't understand what happened to Elif Shafak because there is such an incredible attention to details in the first 3 chapters, but then towards the end it feels as if she was in a rush to just end this novel. I don't know what happened, but it just ruined the entire novel for me. The ending is unjustified and it feels so unrealistic. And apart from the unjustified ending, I would say that there are a lot of things in the novel that were hyped up a lot. There were a lot of climaxes in the novel and there were a lot of things that were too much hyped up. But then when you sort of understood the reality of them and they just sort of panned out, they fell flat and it just felt unnatural, but at the same time it felt really uncomfortable. It felt sour to read. I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't a nice feeling reading that because when things have been hyped up a lot, you are expecting a lot to happen. But unfortunately, in Three Daughters of Eve, that didn't happen. I will give you an example. The whole character of Professor Azur or Azur, I don't know, Azur, whatever you pronounce it, but his character has been so hyped up since the very beginning, and you just imagine him as this incredible being and his seminars as this intense environment, classroom or whatever. But his seminar have been talked about so much in the beginning, but like it has been mentioned only 2 or 3 times in the novel. Like, why? When you hype up something, obviously the audience is expecting something bigger as a result of it. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, and that was kind of a bummer. That's when I started losing my interest in the novel. And also, one more thing that was absurd was the whole situation with Pari and her going away from Oxford. I wasn't able to digest that, if you know what I mean. And obviously the ending. But apart from all of these shortcomings, I feel like this is a pretty decent read. I love the idea that this novel is based on, and also the fact that it's so thought-provoking. It makes you think about a lot of stuff, especially stuff relating to religion. I would give this a 3.5 out of 5. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but I might recommend it. So if you have already read the novel, please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that note, we have come to the end of this video. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to follow me on my socials, the links are in the description. And I will see you guys really soon, inshallah. Till then, take care. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Bye.